Hello and welcome back everyone. Today we are going to talk about operators, numbers and some practice exercises. So, what are the type of operators? Basically, there are a logical operator, bitwise operator, comparison operator, assignment operator and a membership operator. So, let's start with our video. Firstly, we are talk about arithmetic operator. So, what are arithmetic operator? Arithmetic operator are the operator like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, modulus, and this was the exponential power, and this was floor division. So these are the seven arithmetic operators. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. Firstly, we are talking about plus operator, which is used for addition, subtraction, uh, this was for subtraction, this for multiplication. These are basic operators, so I think you know this all thing, but I discuss it for you. And this was a division, and this is exponential power. Means if you want to write 2 is to the power 3 in Python, how you write this thing? For this you have to write 2 and double star, means double multiplication sign, and then the number you want it in power. So this is a 2 double multiply, then 3 means 2 is to power 3. And this was a modulus operator, means if we divide some number like here is example of 12 divided by which number? 5. So 12 divided by 5 equal to 2, means this 2 is the remainder. This 2 is the remainder. It's mean that modulus operator gives you remainder. And the floor division means simply you can say that if you divide any number, like here you can see we use the division operator. So here 23 divided by 2 is 11.5, but if we perform this operation, means floor division operation in this, so you get 11 point nothing, you get only 11, because the floor division remove the digit after decimal places. It gives only integer division. Okay, so next talk about arithmetic operators again, because these are the example. Okay, so here you can see that a question is there. What is the question? Write a program to read two input from the user. Which type of input? Integer input. Make sure that the input you take is an integer type, not a float, not a string. Okay, and display the result of the following arithmetic operation. So firstly, a sample is there, these two line for input, and these all are the output we are expecting. So here you can see that how to write this code. But firstly we do this question in our Visual Studio Code or any code editor, so you can understand better. So let's open our VS Code first. You can use any code editor, like any online editor also, so to check this code was running good or not. So this was the HTML file. Let's close this, and these are our Python class file. Click on here and then right click and click on open with code, means this file is opening with your Visual Studio Code. So our VS Code is opening now. Here we are doing all the performance. So let's discuss this question first, then we move further in our comparison operator. What are the comparison operator and what are this type? So let's discuss this first. So firstly, our task is to take two input from user. Okay, here you can see that I'm writing these two lines for taking input from user, integer input from user. Okay, so how to take integer input? By writing this int, because that if you don't write this int here, so it means it's become a string, not a integer. That's why we are writing int here. In last video I covered this all things, and here I am taking another variable which is num2 and integer may input num2, then I am printing the value of sum, then subtraction, then multiplication, division, and this was exponential means power, and this was modulus operator, this was floor division. So let's discuss how it will work. Why this percent %d is here? Because this percent %d represents number 1. The value of number 1 will automatically come in the place of percentage %d, and in this percent %d the value of num2 will automatically come, and then a comma is there, means equal to, and then a space is there, and the num1 plus num2 gives you the result. Let's run and check is it working or not. Firstly, it's asking for num1. What is num1? Let's take an example of 5, then enter. Then what is num2? Let's example 2, then enter. So here you can see that the outputs, like 5 plus 2 is 7, 5 minus 2 is 3, 5 into 2 is 10, and 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. 5 double star 2 means 5 to the power 2 is 25, and 5 modulus 2 is 1, because of remainder of this will become 1. So here it's 1, and 5 floor division 2 means removing this decimal part from our result, so it's become a floor division. So same thing, you write this code in your any code editor, so you can practice as well. Now the same answer is written here, you can read it for your understanding and write code from your own side. Do not confuse what is this symbol. This is percentage symbol. Okay, so next talk about comparison operator. What are comparison operator? What it do? So Python support the following comparison operators. The result of this comparison operator is either true or false, means comparison operator gives you result in which type of result? Boolean type of result. True or false is a Boolean type value. Okay, now our first operator is double equal to, means we are equating two numbers or two string or something. Here you can see an example like 23 equal to 34. It's false, so the result is false, then true, so result is true. Similarly, this represent not equal to, exclamation mark, then symbol of equal to. If the value of two operands are not equal, means this or this are not equal, then the condition become true. So if the condition become true, the output will be automatically what? True. Correct. Now the next is less than operator. So less than operator is nothing, is similar like in mathematics. All operators was same as mathematics, but writing of equal to operator and not equal to operator is different in Python, like you can see here. So remember these things. You not equal to like this in Python, it gives you an error, and you cannot use this operator to equate two numbers or anything. You have to use double equal to symbol. So less than, do what? Less than, check the number is smaller than or greater than. So same thing is this all. And less than equal to represent the thing, means number is less than or equal to, like here you can see that 10 is less than or equal to 20. True. Why true? Because 10 is less than 20, and 20 is less than equal to 20. Why true? Because equal to is there, so 20 equal to 20, that's why the result is true in both conditions. Next is greater than equal to. So the greater than equal to symbol gives you a result in boolean, and it's operate between two elements, like here the element is 10 and 20. So 10 is greater than equal to 20, no, so the output is false. Similarly 20 is greater than equal to 20, yes, so the output is true. These are the comparison operators. Let's see a example. Remember these things because these are important ones, because these have two symbols like equal to as well as this and this. So this is not equal to, this is greater than equal to, this is less than equal to. Now a question is there. Write a program to understand the comparison operators in Python and perform the following operation. Which type of operation? Greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, greater, smaller than equal to, and greater than equal to, and print the result. Take a two input integer input from user. Okay, so write this code from your own side because this was a easiest one. So if any difficulty you comment the question, I will discuss in another video also. So here a sample is there, so understand this sample. Also I attached the solution of this, but firstly you try to solve it from your own side, and then come to this video and see how to solve is your, if your code is wrong. So how to solve? Firstly taking input from user. Which type of input? Integer input. Make sure that you write int here for taking input integer input. Now we have to print num1 is greater than num2. So what is the condition? Condition is simple like mathematics, that's why I am not discussing this. So simple condition is there for whole thing, but the twist is here and here, because not equal to is written like this and equal to is written like this. So, and in last question I tell you that percentage d what and this percentage d what, which type of value come here. So number 1 is come here and number 2 will come here. Similarly all this percentage d, the number which is written in this bracket with percentage will come in the place of percentage d. Okay, let's see here. We write this percent d, so the value of percent 1 will the value of num1 will come here, because this is written with percentage and then bracket and num1 comma num2 in sequence. This all will come, means first is this percentage, then the first value will come here. It's not like that the percentage uh, takes the value of num2. No, it's run in the sequence. Okay, so let's moving further, and this was our important topic, which is bitwise operator. Bitwise operator is an operator like there are many operators in bitwise operator. Firstly, discuss what is bitwise. Like you operate this all things in numbers like 2 3, any performance you do in integers and numbers. So but in bitwise we do comparison and any type of operation like right shift, left shift, and or not in their binary numbers. Means the binary number of 2 is what? The binary number 2 is 10. Okay, it means that the performance you done in do in this will also update the number. Okay, so 2 is 10, 3 is 11, 4 is 100, not 11 and not 10. It's 1011 100, 6 7 8 is 1010100110. Means how we can write this numbers. So in a hint I can say that you remember this trick. Like first you are writing 2 is to the power 0, then 2 is to the power 1, 2 is to the power 2, 2 is to the power 3, and so on. Like similarly 2 is to the power 4, and so on you can continue. And the thing here is like 2 is to the power 0 is what? 1. 2 is to the power 1 is what? 2. 2 is to the power 2 is what? 4, 8, 16, and so on. Okay, so if you are if you want to write 5, so what you do? You have to write 5. So see these things, the sum of which number become 5, lowest sum. So here you can see that 4 plus 1 will become 5. So in this you are using this number and this number, you are using this number and you are using this one. So here write 1, and the number you are not using write 0, and the number you are using 1. So simply this will become 101. So what is binary representation of 5? It's simply 101. So let's check this was wrong concept or right concept. So here you can see is 2 is 10. So for 2 you are using the value of 2. So in 2 you are writing 1, and this you are not using, so you can write 10. So this 10, the same thing you can see here, the output is 10, and 3 is 11 11. Sorry, 1 1. Why 1 1? Because 2 plus 1 will become 3, so 1 and 1 we are using this all thing, this both. That's why. And 4 is what? 4 is simply only using this. So in the place of this you are writing 1, and all become 0 because you are not using this. So it's 100. So these are the basic you can say that like a trick to learn how to write binary format. Okay, now Python bitwise operator take one or two operand and operate the bit by bit. Means our bitwise operator take bits to run any operation. What is bits? Bits is this are the bits. These are the this all we are finding bitwise operator, binary number are bits. So bits 1, bit 0, bit 1. Okay, that this perform bit by bit performance here. Now first is left shift. how left shift will perform? Simply, uh, 12 is written in like this format: 0011, 0000, because you are not using this, you are using only this and this. So what is number 3 and number 4? Number 3 is 4 and number 4 is 8. So 8 plus 4 is 12, correct. So our representation is 0001100. Okay, so same thing was written here. These are the binary representation of 12. Now, as I told you, the performance is any type of operation we perform, any type of bitwise operator is perform in binary numbers. So that's why we are writing the binary representation of 12. Now we have to do left shift. So what left shift? Simple. You are you have to read, not read. You have to learn this symbol for left shift. For right shift, the symbol is simply this. So the arrow goes from right to left is left shift, and left to right is right shift. Okay, so here we have to perform left shift in x, and number of left shift is 2, means the you have to move twice value. Like here you can see that you have value 001. Okay, if you're doing shifting, then this will 1 come in 0 place, and this 0 came in this place, and this was shifting 1. Okay, now the value become 010, and you have to place another time because you are using twice. So and in next time this one come here and this 0 come here, so the value is 100. Okay, similarly the same thing is there. This 2 1 is come in this place, because first time this one will come here and this one will come here, and second time the one which is here and this is become 0, and the second time this become 1. So this one come here and this one come here, that's why the one is here. Okay, so you can calculate it manually, like 12 into 2 is to the power 2, means the take like that 12 into 2 is to the power n. What is n? N is the number of shift. Number of shift is 2 here, so you can write 2 here, and if you solve the same thing you got like you got here 48, the same thing you got while you calculate this. Okay, so the another is right shift. The same thing is here also, like in left we are moving from left, and in right we are moving in this direction. So same thing will be performed here to solve the right shift and left shift. Next, talk about AND operator. What is AND operator? Simple, like AND operator, like if both conditions are true, it gives you true. Okay, result bit 1 if both operand bits are 1. If we perform 001, or take 1 here also, 1 1 0 0. So what is AND operation between these two, this and this? So if you want to calculate AND operation between this, so 1 and 0 is 0. If both is 1, see here, if both bits are 1, then the result is 1, otherwise result is 0, correct. So here both are 0, so 0, 1 is only 0, so 0. Here you can see both are 1, so here it's 1, so this will become 1000. So these are AND operator. Which type of AND operator? Bitwise AND operator. And if to represent bitwise AND operator, you are using this symbol, which is in uh, our number 7. in keyboard you can see in number 7 this symbol is there. Now talk about another operator, which is OR operator. So what is symbol of OR operator? OR operator with symbol this, only a line. Where this symbol is in your keyboard, in keyboard you see like a key with a backslash, have a hold this key also. Okay, uh, done. Now the result bits in operator bits is 1. Okay, means that if any number will become 1, the result is 1. Like take same example, here we are performing OR, means any number is 1, its results you 1, and both 0 0, any 1 then 1, both 1 then also 1. So these are the OR operation in bitwise. Next is our NOT operator. NOT operator simply change the bits, like the bits is 1, then if you perform NOT then it become 0. Okay, like take a example of this. So 101, while performing on while we performing NOT operator here, like NOT operator, symbol of NOT operator is this. uh, if you using this NOT operator, so you can see the output as 1 become 0 and 0 become 1. So our result is this to this was NOT operation. Okay, now the last bitwise operator is XOR operator. What XOR operator do? XOR operator is similar, not you can say similar, it's a reverse of OR. Like in OR any one gives 1, but here if both number are same, its result you 1, and if not same then 0. Let's take an example, like here you are writing 1 0 1 0 and then 0 1 0 0. You can see example are written here also, so you can also prefer this. So these are the symbol of XOR operator. So we are performing XOR operation like using this operation, and here you have to require two minimum number of operators to operate this, and in not only single operator is there, like X only, Y only, but here X and Y both, and or xy both, right shift and left shift only one is required, and both required. Okay, now we done this, so read it once for more understanding, because these are the important ones. These operators, which operator is this? Not operator. Good. Not operator, it's flip all zeros to ones and all ones to zeros. Okay, सारे वंस को जीरोस में कन्वर्ट कर देता है एंड सारे जीरो को वंस में कन्वर्ट कर देता है. Now if you are taking an example we discussed in here, like this example, it converts zeros to 1 and ones to zeros. Next is our example, how the operators work, gives result, which type of result is given here. So let's see, take two, these are the question. Take two integer x and y as input from console using what is confused console, do not confuse in this, because this was our console, this is our console, not this. Let's see in code editor. So here you can see that this was our console panel. Now you can see here the the solution of this code was given there, but I recommend you that firstly do it from your side, and then if you're not able to understand the concepts, then see this. If you understand, then don't. So this was the input from user. This was the which type of operator is this? Yes, correct. This was right shift because moving from left to right. These are left shift. So result is there. For right shift is what, for left shift is what, and this was a not or not. Sorry, this was the and or not and XOR. This all are the performance you have to do in your practice session. So make this. Also, you can take a screenshot of this thing so you can remember. Now another is our assignment operator. So let's discuss. If you want to assign any value in any variable, like take a variable a, if you want to assign any value like 2, so you use this operator. This is assignment operator, equal to operator, single equal to operator. Do not confuse in single equal to and double equal to. What single equal to? If single equal to means simply assigning any variable to any another, and double equal to used to equate to number to any equation. So equal to operator, plus equal to operator. Plus equal to operator is simply like see the example here. If c plus equal to a means c equal to c plus a. Take a example. Let's take to understand better understanding, like c plus equal to like 2, and here c equal to 1. So what it will do, it will add 2 in 1, means now c become 3. C plus equal to means c equal to c, which is 1 plus 2, so this will become 3. That's why these are the shorter way to write this thing. Now another is minus equal to. Similarly, the plus equal to work the same function. Similar, this minus equal to work, and another is our multiply equal to, then divide equal to, x power equal to, modulus equal to. These all are the same things. So you can use this for your making your code more visible, more readability, and reduce the size of your code. Now talk about what are the example of this. So here one question is also there, so you can prefer this also and do it on so you can learn better. Now let's do one question. Firstly, you have to complete this all question, then your clarity will become more. Now let's discuss this question. Take two integers as an input from console using input. I told you what is console. For each assignment operator, what are the assignment operator? Single equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, multiply equal to, divide equal to, and this power equal to, floor division equal to, modulus equal to, and this normal equal to. Let's discuss all those how to write this code. Here a sample is given, so you can prefer this for your clarity. Now you can see here how we do this of performance. Let's take a input from user. Okay, then x plus equal to means x में क्या करो, ऐड कर दो क्या क्या ऐड कर दो, y को ऐड कर दो. So what it's become 70. Good. And y is 30 because we do not do any performance in y. We are make changing in only x. So that's why these are there. So all the thing are similar thing you can perform from your own side, so you can understand better. Next is our not next, we can learn this also, so move from there. There are the example of this also. I put many example in my PPT so you can learn easily how to write the code in correct way. Let's talk about logical operator. What are logical operator? Means in code you are writing some statement like if this was done, this was correct, then do this, do this. If this was correct, then do this. If both are not correct, then do nothing. So this all logic you perform in your code. So it will gives you some result. Like we talk about a logical operator which is if else. So what is its syntax? Its syntax is simple. We are talking more about if else, but in this video let's take a view of if else because we are talking about logical operators, and the if else will come under logical operator. Okay, so if any type of expression, then body of if, and then else, then body of else. So let's take an example like if marks of students is greater than distinction marks, means greater than 75, means user secure distinction. Okay, so write the code of this. So if marks is, let's move to our code editor to understand this code better. Let's comment this all. And what is our question? Firstly write our question. What's our question? So write a program to check user secure distinction or not. Okay, so using if else we are going to write the code of this. If firstly we are writing if, these are the indentation. If you don't write this indentation, you got an error. Okay, so write if, and here you have to write condition. Which condition? Like take a variable a is equal to integer input from user. These are the way to take input from user. Now we have to write here a variable, create a variable distinction. Okay, so distinction equal to, let's take example 75. Now we are writing our condition here. If a is greater than distinction, then what we have to do? We have to perform our result, and the result is what? We have to print what we sorry, what is this? Firstly remove this. We are going to print the result. So the result is our what? If a is greater than distinction, then print the student got distinction. Student got distinction. Else what we have to do? If a student have not distinction, then better luck next time. Else print better luck next time. and make sure that it's in inverted comma because this was a string. Let's run the code. So here you can see that when we run the code, it's taking asking for input. So input is 95, let's 96, enter. The student got distinction because 96 is greater than distinction mark, which is 75. Okay, got it. Now the next thing is our another example is there, which example means take two input from user using input function. If the gender of person is male or female in a string format. Okay, another is age. Okay, so let's write the whole code in your program. Firstly, let's read the whole question. What was it want to say you? Let's see. We have to take two input from user using input function, and in the gender of person either male or female is a string format, and another one is the age of person in integer format. Okay, write a simple program to see whether the given person is eligible for concession or not, and print the result in showing example. Okay, so example is not there, but don't worry, we are performing this. So let's take an example. If person is male, then it's eligible when uh, sorry, let's take an example like a person is there. If a person is male, then its age is and its age is less than equal to 50, then it is eligible. Okay, and for female, let's take a condition of if person is female, then it is greater than equal to, sorry, take less than equal to 60. Okay, so write the code for this. Mm, let's start our code editor and write this code. Firstly, what we have to do, we have to take a integer input, no sorry, we have to take a string input from user for m and f. So gender equal to input m or f. So it take input from user for gender. Okay, let's take age equal to integer input from user, and which type of input, it's a integer type input. We are taking this for age. So this take gender and this will take age. If the person is male, so firstly we are writing condition for male then female. If gender is equal to m, and what and will do, and will perform when both are true, both condition are true, it will gives you true. Okay, if gender is male and age is greater than equal to 50, so what we have to do, we have to print the result, and what is our result is eligible. Okay, and now we are writing condition for female. So for writing condition for female we are using else. Okay, not else, we are using elif. Elif if gender equal to female, which is represented here by a capital F, and what and do if both condition and true, it gives result as true. If gender equal to female and age is greater than equal to 60, sorry, not greater than, age is less than equal to, age is less than equal to 50, age is less than equal to 60, then print eligible. And else case, when the age is greater than 60 or greater than 50, what are the output? Else print not eligible. Let's run our code and see the output. It's asking for gender. Let's take an example of male, and age is, let's take 70. So it will gives you not eligible. If we run code again and see if the gender is male and age is only 20, so you are eligible. Okay, for female same thing will be run here and you can see the output. Next is our OR. So what OR operation do? OR operation gives you if both are true. Here why true is coming? Because any non-zero value gives you true, like 1 and 1 is equal. If any number is true, any example is true, it gives you true. For example, take this question. Write a program to understand the logic और operator. और operator का logic के लिए अब हम एक कोड करने जा रहे हैं. Take two integers a and b as input from console using input function we are using to take input from user. The program should print true if either of the input is 6. If any of the input is 6, our output should be true, and if any value will be not 6, our output will be false. So let's write code for this also. So let's take two input from user. So a is equal to integer input a. What it will do, it will take a input from user, and b is equal to, same thing I write here, integer input b. Why b? Because we want here input from for b, so we are writing b here. Now what our next process we have to take, if any number is 6 then the sum is 6. Okay, means if either of the input is 6, their sum is 6 or their difference is 6, otherwise it should print false. Means you have to perform many operations, like we have to perform sum, we have to perform subtraction. If addition and subtraction any gives you result as 6, it will give true, otherwise false. So see the example here, we are taking input a, input b. Now in if, while we are learning if else, we discuss this all question for your understanding, but here we can see it from So if a equal to 6 or b equal to 6, if any condition will become true, or if addition and subtraction, any cases where 6 will come, then its results true, else result is false. Now talk about membership operator. What are membership operator? Membership operator is in, like I will say that Python gives you readability. To see readability here, as in Python the result is false. Why? In means something inside this, like take it's a R. So I am writing if I in R print R. So it will check that the condition that's is R is present in this or not. So S is Python gives you false because S is not in Python. Now see how not in work. तो नॉट इन में क्या है कि जैसे कि हमारा सबसे पहले इसको और क्लियर करते हैं। जैसे एक एग्जांपल लेके समझते हैं, जैसे कि हमारा कोई नंबर है, नंबर नहीं कोई स्ट्रिंग है, लाइक पाइथन ही है। तो पाइथन में एस है कि नहीं वो कैसे पता करेंगे? तो सिंपली लिखेंगे एस इन पाइथन will gives you result false. It's mean that s is not present in Python, and not in is opposite of in. Means if s is not in Python, it gives you true because it's true that s is not present in Python world. Let's take an example in your code editor so you can see how it's work. P is equal to, let's take a string which is Python. Let's print what? Print that O in P, means is O is present in P or not. So the output is name error. Why? Because O is not defined here. That's why it gives you error. Okay, so remember these things, because you have to use this comma, this inverted comma here to make a user as a friendly, otherwise it gives you error. Now if you run this, it gives you true because O in P. Like let's take an example of I, and if I run, the output is false, and I is not in means I in P. No, I is not in P, that's why it's false. And how not is work? Not in P means I in not in P. No, it's not in P, that's why it's giving true. These all things are simple, easiest ones. That's why Python is easy to readability, easy to understand. These all concepts makes Python readability. Am in I am working. Its result true because am is here. Am not in I am working. Its result false because am is here, and it should talk about not in. So no, it gives you result as false. Now notice there, not in I am working. It's mean to say that not in I am working. It gives you result as false because there is not any string like not which in this string. So it gives you false. So these are all the membership operators. Here another example of in another example of in operator, like one in this list print is true. Result is true because 1 is there. Now we can see an example here. Hello world. str2 worlds. Worlds in hello world is what? Is false because worlds is not in hello world. In hello world only world is there. World is not in hello world. Not in means that world is not present in this. So yes, not worlds is not in there, so the result is true. Another example is also there. For your more clarity, you can read these questions. And now we are moving to numbers. As we discuss numbers, so we can, in this we are seeing only overview of this number. Numbers is integer, float, or real, complex. In complex, real or imaginary both will come under complex numbers. So let's take an example like this function you have to learn is instance. What is instance function do? It gives output in true and false. Is instance function return a boolean value. Boolean value means true and false based on the comparison. ये क्या करता है? कंपेयर करता है इंस्टेंट इन इंस्टेंट क्या करता है? वैल्यू को कंपेयर करता है और ट्रू और फॉल्स में रिजल्ट को शो करता है. सिंपल. Now this was the example of complex. In previous video we have discussed this, so here we are going to skip this. This was another example of complex, like a equal to complex input. We are going to take input as a complex number, and another input is also complex number, then performing operation between these numbers. If a1 plus b2 means summation of this number and this number gives you a result, and this also subtraction, multiplication is also there. So perform this all operation in your code. So let's start with our questions. Then another video we are going to cover if else and elif. So let's start with our question. So first it our surface area cube. How to calculate surface area cube? This is our question. You can write the surface area of a cube. If you know the length of edge, means the length of edge is given. Write a program that take the length of edge as input, and the given things you are going to take it from user and print the cube surface area as output. And formula is given here. What is the formula of surface area? The formula of surface area is simply 6 multiplied by edge square, where edge is the length of one side of cube. Means a cube is there. For example, let's take this as a cube. Okay, so this cube is there, one side is given. Okay, one side, length of one side is given, so we are going to calculate the surface areas. Okay, so it's simple to calculate surface area. Formula is also given here. So in this question we are not going to do any logic, apply any logic, only the direct formula will be applied. So how input you have to take? The input is a float value which represent the edge of cube. Okay, so let's start doing this code in our Visual Studio Code. So firstly I am commenting like we are starting our question. Question number 1. Now let's start our question number 1, not dot command, it's a 1. Okay, question number 1. So let's start from here. Now we have to take input from user of age. So let's take a variable. Let's take a variable age equal to we have to take a input in float. So in float input enter length. So here we are going to take a edge, length of edge, length of edge. Now after taking length of edge, we are going to perform a task. Which task? Direct applying the formula uh, area. So area equal to 6. What are the formula? 6 into edge square, correct? 6 into edge square. So we are writing this formula here is multiplied by 6 multiplied by edge square. This is how we can write square. Now we are going to simply print area. If you are printing area and run our code, you can see that it's asking for length. Let's take an example of 5. Then our output is 150.0. Why 0.0? Because this is in float. So our question is done. No, not done, because the output is for float value. The float value is there, but two decimal place is not there. So let's convert it in two decimal place. Firstly, you try to solve this question from your own side. Then if you are not able to understand how to do, then you can see the solution here. Dot 2f. This dot 2f became the area to two decimal places. Now take same example 5. Enter. You can see 150.00 is there. Let's write a thing here. So what's the thing? Let's take a we are going to print surface area. So let's write here surface area is then space. So if you run this and enter the number 5, you got the surface area is 150, and this will gives you in decimal place, so two decimal places. So this question is completed. Now moving in our next question, which is rent calculation. So what is the formula? There is no formula, means you have to do some logic building here. You have to make your own formula. Let's read the question first. 5-star Rento videos rent VHS tape and DVDs to the same connoisseurs who like to buy LP recorded album. The store rents new video for $3 at a night. Means a new okay. The thing is there also, so we can read. For new video, we are renting for $3 and old videos $2 we are taking. Write a program to check at the 5-star rental video can use to calculate total charge. For customer video rental, the program should prompt the user to for the number of each type. Okay, let's and output of total cost. So we have to print the total cost of after calculating the whole thing. So the thing was fixed, which is new rental and old rental. The price of new rental is there and old rental is there. So firstly, and these are not changed, this value are fixed. So firstly write this value. Let's comment this our first question, and here we are going to write our question 2. So let's take a new NR. NR which represent a new rental. So new rental, what's the price? The price is $3. Our price is $3 for new rental, and for old rental $2 we are taking. And then we are going to taking input from user. The first line input integer represent the number of new video, and second line represent number of old video. So number of new video equal to integer input new videos. So now the second line for old videos. So op variable we are taking integer input old videos. Now we have to do some logic building here, so making your own formula. So I am writing this here, but see how I can write, how it will work. So how to calculate total cost? For total cost we are going to calculate new rental into new rental, means number of new video. If you multiply number of new video by number of rent of new video, then we got the value for how much you take for new videos, and then plus is there because we are also going to add the old price of old videos. So if you are going to add the price of old videos, we are performing same multiplication thing here also. Multiply old videos, number of old videos into rent, means let's take an example. If this was old video is 2, if multiply by 2 it should become price 4. And then if new video is 3, so 3 into 3 6. So if we are going to add this and this, we got a number 10, means that our cost is rupees 10. Sorry, we are dealing here in dollar, so $10 is our price. And we have to print the output in two decimal places. So let's see how we can do this. So we are going to make another variable which named total cost. TC means the total cost equal to, and here we are going to multiply uh, new video, number of new video, multiply number of new video with new rental price, and then plus is there because we are going to calculate total cost, and then number of old videos into number of old videos into old rent. New video, new rent, old video, old rent. So the total cost in your hand, and then when we are going to print it, so we have to print but in two decimal places. So we are taking f integer, and inside this I am going to write tc here, then dot 2f for convert this into two decimal places. And when I run this code, it's asking for new video. Let's take 5. Old video is 2. Then you can see that our cost is $19 because we are dealing here in dollars. So $19 is our solution output, sorry. So we done a rental calculation also. Now last question is plant growth. So let's see how plant growth will be. Question of plant growth we are going to do. Ethan loves a gradient and what to track how tall his plant grow over time. Means a person is going to track how much in per week its plant will grow. You need to write a Python program that take input starting height means initial height and then take a number of weeks to grow means how much weeks it take numbers to grow. Let's example of 5 week to grow this much and calculate the estimate final height. Assume that plant grow 0.5 per week means if plant will grow 0.5 per week, if you multiply it with number of weeks means how much week it take to grow, so you will get the heights, but we are getting only the increased height, and to get the whole height you have to add the initial height which is starting height, so you can get the result. But here another thing is there, like we are going to take input from users. First line in decimal value that represent initial height means starting height, and second line will take represent number of week. So move to our VS Code and write code for this also. Firstly comment this previous code, and question number 2 is there, sorry, question number 3, our last question. Now we are going to write here starting height. So starting height equal to initial height in decimal we are going to take na. First line decimal value that represent initial height, yes, we are going to take it is an a float value. Float input, enter initial value we are going to give here. Then we are going to take input from week. It's an integer. Enter your number of weeks. So it's clear that what you have to enter in this field. Enter your number of weeks here, and then we are going to perform our uh, let's make a formula. So the formula is we are created like number of week into 0.5 plus starting height. Okay, so let's write it here. Let's take a variable total height th equal to, in bracket we are going to write like that like weeks into weeks multiply by 0.5 because 0.5 is a growing rate. Growing rate is 0.5. 0.5 plus sh which is our starting height. Then we are going to print the th. So you can see that it's asking for enter initial value. Let's take initial value is 5, means the height is 5, current height. After I want to see 1 month, so let's take 4 week. So the in height is 7.5, because it's convert the value in float. If I want in integer, then I have to write int here, then run again the code. 5 was the starting value and week are 4 week, so 7 are the value. After 1 week, after 4 week, the value of sorry, not value, the height of a plant will 7. So all question I done from my side. Let's begin with another video in another class.